What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on PrizePicks, and this time I'm giving out plays for college football Saturday. We have plays for October the 5th, and I'm going to show you guys exactly which plays I like, which plays I don't like, and we're going to go ahead and build a slip and lock it in together here on this video. And for this video, I'm going to be sticking strictly to PrizePicks. For those of you guys who are just on PrizePicks, this is the video for you, and let's get right into the plays. So I usually do a recap from the day before, but right now the Friday games are still going on, so there's not much to recap. Nothing has ended up cashing yet. Nothing has ended up going red. So we will see how that goes later on in the night. But let's get into the first play of the day right away. It's Trey Harris. This guy has got to be one of the best players in the entire scene right now, college football, because just look at these numbers. Averaging of his last 5 is 167.4 receiving yards. Some quarterbacks are not even throwing for that much. And this guy's catching for that much. 176 last week, 225 in the week before that. This guy's just a beast. And this line being under 100 yards, I mean, what do you want me to say? The lowest he's gotten in the last 5 is 127. That is insane. Not only is he putting up big numbers, he's putting up big numbers consistently. And he's probably one of the best wide receivers. I mean, he's definitely one of the best wide receivers in the entire college football right now. But a player I like even more, or I would say a player I like equally, player I like watching more, Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams against Georgia. I know a ton of you guys watched that game. Of course, I was watching that game too. 177 yards. This guy's only 17 years old, and the moves that he's putting on some of these DBs, it's as if he's a vet. This guy, it's like he's playing with such maturity, even though he really should be in high school, which is crazy to think about. And that's crazy to say out loud. This line being at 73, I do back this guy to get it. He's coming off a super hot week, and he's only getting better. As you guys can see, his worst week was 68 against South Florida, and that's because they were just rolling them over. They didn't need Ryan Williams to get out there and get big yards. In a big game, their only big game of the season, he popped off. Vanderbilt isn't a team that's going to go and, get a win off of Alabama, but they're not a team that's just going to go and fall over like South Florida really did. So that's why I'm taking the over here on 73.5 with Ryan Williams. If he wants to get, in that potential, I'm not saying he's going to be the Heisman winner, but you never know. This guy could definitely win one. Maybe not this year, but in the future for sure. He's going to be hitting this line week in and week out. All of these lines I love for him. He's got a goblin to score a touchdown because he scored one in the last 4 games. Can we give this guy some respect? He's actually just popping off right now. So we got Trey Harris. We got Ryan Williams. And I'm going to show you guys another one of a maybe more under the radar pick. And it's going to be Tyler Warren here. This is Drew Allar's #1 target, Penn State against UCLA. And this guy has been pretty consistent. This game was just a weird one against West Virginia. He barely missed against Kent State. And his peak, as you guys can see, is super, super high. 124 in December, and then more recently 146 against Bowling Green. This guy is clearly Allar's #1 target, and he's kind of that safety blanket. When Drew Allar is feeling the pressure a bit, he can just throw it over to his tight end, and this guy just sucks in every single pass that the quarterback gives him. And he gets this line to 43.5 pretty consistently. He's one of my favorite players for just a consistent week in, week out kind of guy. And I know sometimes you guys see greens, some reds. When you watch the games, you'll understand what I mean by a consistent player. And he's going to be big in the league. He's underrated right now. He's going to be big in the league when it comes to that. So we already have our 3 bets right now, and I'm going to show you guys what happens if we try to lock it in with the quarterback. So, for example, if we go Jalen Milroe here, that's Miller Moss, and we lock this in, then it's going to give us our 10x, right, which is good. And not only, the reason that we're taking Jalen Milroe here is because we have Ryan Williams. So Ryan Williams going over 73.5 combined with Jalen Milroe going over 233.5, this right here is what you call a correlated play. If Jalen Milroe goes for 235 plus yards, imagine if he goes for 235 plus yards, the chances of Ryan Williams going over 75 yards are way higher than they were if Jalen Milroe didn't. I'm sure that makes sense to a ton of you guys. But that is our first slip of the day. I'm going to go ahead and lock this in. It's nice that we get the 10x. Ideally, we want to do this with 2 stacks, but I'm going to show you guys what happens if we do that. Whoops, my screen's disappearing right there. If we try to do it with 2 stacks, for example, Ryan Williams, Jalen Milroe, and then also, let's find him, my favorite stack in the game, Noah Fafita and Ted McMillan, Then what PrizePicks is going to do, they're going to go, hey, I know what you're trying to do. This is a correlated play. I'm only going to give you 8.5x instead of what I should be paying you, which is 10x. That's the fair amount. We're not going to lock this in at 8.5x. It's not worth it. 10x is exactly where we want to be locking this in. 8.5 is all right, but it's not exactly worth it. I do want to get some exposure to Fafita and McMillan, though. So what I'm going to do is take out those guys, and I'm going to go ahead and lock it in with another one of these plays that I'm already in the wrong category. Another one of these plays that I like, which is going over to receiving yards. Of course, my favorite tab on PrizePicks, and it's going to take a while to scroll down here, but this guy's underrated. I know he plays for Stanford. I just want to say that guy is a beast. If you watch the tape, A.O. Manor, I don't really know how to say his name. He's a dog. But anyways, let's get into the play. I'm getting distracted. It's Deshaun Stribling right here, who has been Alan Bowman's #1 guy recently. 157 against Kansas State. Then they go up against West Virginia. Oklahoma State really, really needs something right here. 72.5. This guy's yards after catch is demonic, honestly. His yards after catch is next level stuff. And if we try to see if we can lock it in with Brennan Presley here, they'll still give us the 10x, which honestly I like. Because what we want to be doing is we want to be locking this in with Stribling and with the quarterback, Bowman, right? But if we do that, what's going to happen is it's going to go 6x. Well, shit. It's going to go 8.5x. I already showed you guys that. 8.5x is not what we want. So what we can instead do is think of it the other way around. If Stribling is getting the ball a lot, the odds of his other teammates also getting the ball a lot are higher, because most people would think, oh, that's dumb. They're taking away from each other's target share. No, that's a stupid way of thinking about it. If Oklahoma State is throwing the ball, the odds of a wide receiver 1, 2, and 3 going over their lines are increased. So the reason we know that is because of how these games have been going in the past. When they hit, they both hit together. This one was unfortunate. Brennan Presley missed this line by just a bit, but his line was lower last week and he hit that. So if we're taking Stribling and Presley right here, if these two duos go over, of course Bowman is going to go over, but we can't lock that in. Otherwise, they'll nerf the payout. And we also have Fafita and McMillan. This is a little bit of a higher level play. I'm not expecting a lot of you guys to understand what I mean, but hopefully I explained it well enough so that some of you guys understand what I'm talking about. But those are my two plays, and I want to talk to you guys about one more thing. The Winnable right here, winnable.com/BAM. This link is on the screen right now. The link is in the description. All you got to do is go over here, scroll down to the free plan, you click subscribe, you put in your name, your email, and if you want me to text you the plays, I will do that. Basically what happens when you sign up for this is I am locking in these plays on my phone, whatever, on my phone, on a drive, wherever I'm at. I can even be out of the house locking in plays. I don't have time to sit down in front of the mic and record a video. What do? I snap a screenshot of it and I post it to the Winnable. Right as I post it to the Winnable, you guys get a text message sending you directly to the place where I posted my screenshot. For example, here was a Flex Friday play. This one, I'm not sure if it's going to hit yet. TCU game is still going on. But even if it doesn't hit, we get our money back. That's what Flex Friday is all about. So I locked in my Flex Friday play and I sent it to everybody on Winnable. So right now all 58 of you guys, but everybody who's locked in right here, 58 people got a text message. They went over and they hit this play. Even if we lose, we get our money back. So it's whatever for that one. But you guys should all be getting on this Winnable. It's completely free to join. And of course, we got the VIP plans there too. If it's for you, you're going to make a ton of money doing it. If it's not for you, stick to the free plan. All you got to do is join the Winnable and you're going to profit. But yeah, that's all I got for the video. One more time, here are our two free plays. We got Fafita, McMillan, Stribling, Presley, all on the overs. Harris, Williams and Milroe, and then Tyler Warren right there is my underrated pick. That's all I got for the video. Good luck with all your bets, and I'll see you guys in the next one.